Welcome. Today's reading will be Imcandoria's Fall. Just a quick side note, pay attention for the dates up in the corner if you want to see the progression of time, although they're a very long string of numbers, so I'm not going to bother to read them out just to save some time and redundancy. But if you are curious about the dates, check the visuals for this book. The Fall of Imcandoria. I, High Seer Gullbrand of the Isle of Garmer, have assembled various entries detailing the fall of Imcandoria. I leave this tome in the entrance hall of our great necropolis. Heed my warning, reader, and do not travel into that frozen wasteland. All that awaits is death. One of the acolytes discovered a strange idol along the beach today. It has the oddest markings scratched upon it, much akin to the runic rocks of the Fremenic. The elders of Imcandoria will know what to do with such a relic, so the other seers and I have agreed that it will be sent to them immediately. It has been 2 moons since we sent the idol away, and the storms have turned increasingly ferocious. We have gone below into the lower necropolis, hoping to seek refuge in the Forge of Giants. The giants allowed us to stay in their domain. However, our time here is limited by our food stores, for no edible food can be produced in these horrible depths. In 3 moons, we will return to the surface and attempt the journey into Imcandoria. There, we will begin our search for answers. The giants have seen omens of death in the forge and have suggested we go with reinforcements. They've given us a bright fiery jewel that we can use to bargain with the Ospa tribes around Imcandoria. The city is empty. There are sounds coming from the temple. We approach with caution. The temple was a scene from a nightmare. Piles of bodies, pools of blood. A large globulous mass sat hungrily on a throne of oily black rock. A shock of tentacles capped with claws dangled above 3 pulsing, bulbous eyes. The elders circled the creature, chanting incantations in a strange unknown tongue, covered head to toe in a mixture of blood and thick black sludge. They paid us no attention until the creatures noticed our presence and began screaming. A fight soon broke out, and the temple quickly turned into a blaze, the flames licking the ceiling. The harsh crackle from the elders as they burned pierced out our minds with unimaginable terror. We're none the wiser of how that thing came to be, but that idol must have been far older than we first assumed. We fled back to the Isle of Garmer. We have suffered many losses, but the storm has quietened, and thus returning home was far easier. All the land surrounding Imcandoria is now blanketed with a very thick layer of snow. It shows no sign of change, and thus we must leave. And with that, we've reached the end of the Fall of Imcandoria. Quite an interesting tale of a new land, possibly on Zaya, continent Zaya, or I think it relates to Zaya. It might not even be related to Zaya at all. It just had a sort of Zaya feel to it. But I think this relates to the group of people on the cove near Wintertod. If you've ever explored in that area, there's a little island with just one guy sitting by a fire that seems to have gone mad, along with some journals by him. I think this relates to their story. However, I'm not sure. Again, I'm not very good with the dates. This could be ancient history, so that might not relate to those guys over by the Winter Tod at the abandoned camp. But I guess what we should take from this is that the lore is that this place called Imcandoria was a pretty mighty city, and then some archaeologists, so to speak, sent a relic over to that city. They didn't hear anything from them, so they went over to check it out and found that the relic unlocked something that seemed to have taken over the city. I don't know if it's mind control or just everyone started to worship it, but there's the lore for the Fall of Imcandoria. Maybe we'll learn more in the future. Peace.